today. From Toronto, Canada, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Toronto Mounties taking on San Diego.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 74 yards. And
well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, "Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball."
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing now is Geno. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Geno now to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Malik Collins, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he gets it down to the 32. Oh, Watt shaken up. J.J. still down here following that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Man open, here is Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They run with Patterson. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go? The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night. later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Mounties are back within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Second and 16. Here's Smith. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Geno. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts. Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Samson Ebukam able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Geno on first down. Caught by Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a give right side. Patterson. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The kick by Parkey is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. To throw again on second down. Hurts gets this one to Hill. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On first down, Hurts looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon.
Just like that, on we head to half number 2. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. Fielded just outside. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Smith. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Patterson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? From the gun, here's Smith. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Aftershocks are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Gino's going to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete. Okuebunam. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Hurts throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now Jones. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jacobs is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Patterson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The Smith throw pulled in by Kittle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. His throw incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. To the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Hurts. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Edwards. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now Smith. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. They'll run for it. It's Edwards, and he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. And this is not something they want to see. George Kittle, such an important piece to the puzzle, is still down here. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Smith. And this one brought in by Sanu. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, it's Edwards. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll drop to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 39, Hurts. Open here, Adam Thielen. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the
Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control. And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play. The offense has had its moments, too. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure. That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Smith. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. On first down, Edwards, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Here's Smith. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.